Ahoy there, folks, and welcome welcome to this week's episode of Sandy on Sunday in the Quarantine Sessions. Here with my trusty second mate, Toki, who sadly lost an eye in our last confrontation with the British Army. Never mind, he is still a fully functioning ship's dog with only the one eye, and together we will be co-hosting the show from the deck of Brechin Towers, here on the high sea, and the high seas in the middle of Panmure Place and Tollcross. Oh, I've got into Irish now. I suppose you get Irish pirates as well. Welcome everybody, welcome to today's special Pirates episode. Now I have to apologise for the beard, which is already falling off. Yes, I did read on the, it was only £1 on the internet, but it did amazingly come in time, so things are speeding up in the internet, in the deliveries rather. And I do apologise, I didn't get much sleep last night. As you can see, we've got a little bit of bags under the eyes. But yes, I was saying about the beard, so it's actually stuck on. The self-adhesive glue that came with it, of course, didn't work as it said in the comments page when I bought it. That's why it was only £1. But I've used the musician's friend, gaffer tape. Yes, as I've said before in the show, if you cannot, if your problem cannot be solved by gaffer tape, then simply use more gaffer tape. So I've gaffer taped it on to each cheek, and it's working very well. But we'll see if it lasts the whole show. Anyway, I hope you like the garb. I've gone to quite a lot of effort this week, although most of the stuff is actually, believe it or not, stuff that I had in the house already. Yes, I know, it's crazy what I've got. This is a wonderful shirt which was made for me, well, it was actually made for her husband, Jerry, by the wonderful Nancy Bell in America. Nancy, hello there if you're watching. I know you're a sometimes fan of the show, and Nancy this year set up her own sewing business, the name of which I've temporarily forgotten, so sorry Nancy. So I can't advertise it properly, but I'll advertise it properly next week when I remember. And it's in Vermont, if I remember, and she repairs things. She's like the person I need here to sew buttons on trousers, because I've got another button come off this week. It's a disaster, and my Zip City friend Derek round the corner is still closed. I really hope he comes back. Anyway, we're all sorted here. Oh, I was in the middle of putting that ring on 5 minutes ago and I forgot. I apologise. I'm only half organised, half dressed for the show. Now, I'd like to introduce you to some of my friends. You've seen Shipsmate. Shipsmate. He hates me. He hates Sundays. He hates Sundays and he hates Sundays. Poor little Toki. Yes, you're a very patient doggy. Now, what I have given him though for his patience is a lovely bone. What he hasn't worked out though, is it's actually made of polystyrene. It almost floats. Anyway, he loves this bone. Look, yum, human. Ah, there you go. Yes. Thank you, Toki. You are a very patient dog. You're a very good dog. Not like some dogs I've known. I'm going to use one of these bones actually to stir my, oh god, the gaffer tape's coming off. To stir my lovely skull, my pirate skull vessel of rum. That's pure rum. And John Angus Morrison commented on the picture advertising the show last night. It looked like pickled onions floating in there. Well, that is, I do love a pickled onion, but no, it's ice cubes. So I'm taking a little bit of a historical liberty because I don't think they had ice cubes way back in pirate days. But I like my rum chilled. Yes, chilled in the Caribbean. And what better stir it with than a human bone? Haha! Femur, in fact, half a femur. Now we've got lots of selection of rum which I'd like to show you before we get on to the important part of the show, which I know you're all desperate for. Yes, the accordion music. I know you can't wait. We've got this one. This is perfect. Look, I know it's back to front. David Vivanco, don't say anything. Don't write anything. Don't chat to your friends on this show. No, it says Captain Karaoke. And look, there's a little picture of me on the front as a pirate. That's wonderful. I've also got this one which I was drinking last night, which is absolutely beautiful. Black Magic. Now I got this, appropriately enough, from Captain's Bar. It's a wonderful bar run by my friend Pam, and they've been a little bit of difficulty recently as, oh my god, it's completely fallen off. More gaffer tape, more gaffer tape. It's been a little bit of difficulty, as every pub has, because they've been closed and they're trying to pour away millions of gallons of perfectly usable beer. It's shocking. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. Anyway, I bought this from the pub before it closed. As they were selling off stock, and it's called Black Magic, and it's, oh my god, it's amazing. It's like spiced rum. You can drink it neat quite easily and miss a day or two, which doesn't seem to matter at the minute if you miss a day or two. Over here we have Ubersea Rum. This is not an advert for rum, by the way. I'm not looking for rum sponsorship. Jerry Bell, who normally does the rum sales in America. That's Nancy Bell's husband, by the way. Email me for details. That's a very good strong one. I've also got the Kraken. Oh, this stuff is brilliant. As you can see, there's not much of it left. That's because it's very, very good. And it's got a good handy ring for putting it. Now this one, I'm not so keen on because of the name, yes. A friend of mine, Ewan Anderson, who used to be the drummer in Burich, the folk rock band I had. Oh God, you just can't get the beards these days. He gave me this for my 50th birthday last year. Yes, I know I keep going on about my 50th birthday, Pete Brady, but yes, I like celebrating birthdays. A little bit cheeky, might gay, don't know what he's trying to say there. And one more, might as well do them all. This was left a Christmas party many years ago by very good friends of mine, David McCluckie and Jan Oshinsky, who brought Purser from, and this is a very nice one as well. Anyway, that's my whole rum connection. I know, only 6 or 7 bottles, jeez. Anyway, if we are ever allowed to visit each other again, come round, because I've got an unbelievable amount of drink here. Now, what else? Oh yes, so I forgot to introduce myself. What am I thinking? The dog's gone, he always goes. He's probably off for a walk or something, or sleep. Right, I'm going to leave this beard off, sorry. I'm just going to look like Tom Selleck in Magnum PI. Magnum PI 1700. Yeah, is that even the right period for pirates? I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh yes, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Captain Jack Sparrowfart. Up for the lark. The crack of Sparrowfart, which for me these days is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. Now, I was hoping to have a parrot, but believe it or not, I don't actually have a parrot here. Yes, shocking. I know, you're shocked. Luckily, thanks to the Christmas decoration box, I do have Cock Robin. Yes! So I'm going to perch him here. And hope he doesn't get killed when I start to play by my accordion strap. Speaking of accordion strap, better play something, because that's what it's supposed to be. Not a bloody comedy show. By the way, this has just been posted in to me by another fan who knew that today was going to be Pirate Show. I don't know how they knew that, because I didn't know it was going to be a pirate show. Look at that, matey pirate bubble bath. That's probably a collector's item now. I'm going to drink that later as well when the rum runs out. Right, we better play something. Now, what I thought was appropriate and impressive. Yep. I don't know if this can perch here. Beautiful. Jack Sparrowfart and Cock Robin, making beautiful music together. We are going to do, yes, very appropriate and very impressive. You will be impressed by this. The theme from Popeye the Sailor Man. Harder than I thought. Yeah. Now I have to tell you, that's enough playing for a while. I have to tell you about the amazing Popeye World. Popeye World is in Malta. I did mention Malta a couple of shows ago because I went to visit my ex-lodger flatmate Martina, who's Austrian and stayed with me for a couple of years. She had a horrible dog. She still has a horrible dog called Albus, who is the most evil dog I've ever met. He bit everybody that came to the flat and barked at them as they left in bleeding. And Albus was a cross. I've mentioned him before. I couldn't remember what he was. He's a cross between a Jack Russell and I was thinking that South American animal. I was thinking not a lemur. No, what do you call these things? A guinea pig. But no, that's not scientifically possible yet. I'm sure it will be. No, it was a Chihuahua. It was a half cross between a Jack Russell Chihuahua. It's like Satan's crossbreed. Honestly, horrible little thing. He was only the size. He's only about this long, but hell of sharp teeth. Anyway, he is now living in his retirement with his owner in Malta, and I went to visit them a couple of years ago. And I told you in that show that it was the coldest weekend. It was the weekend it was snowing in Athens, which never happens. And it was absolutely freezing, and I'd only taken shorts and t-shirts. And there was no central heating in Malta because they don't need it because it's sunny all the time, allegedly. And actually, this horrible dog was the only thing that saved me. He was like a little hot water bottle who sat in my lap for the whole weekend, keeping me warm. So actually, he's not such a bad guy after all. Anyway, why did I mention that? Oh yeah, Popeye World. So while I was there that weekend, very nice Malta, but eventually it's quite a small island, eventually we ran out of things to do, and there was nothing for it but to go and visit the one, I'm having problems with this moustache, you can see this, bear with it, and I eventually I was forced, for lack of anything else to do, to go and visit Popeye World, which is so bad that it's actually brilliant, it's actually worth going. And it's all based on this awful film that was made in the early 80s with Robin Williams, believe it or not. What was he thinking as Popeye? And it's the worst thing he's ever done. It's the only bad thing he's ever done. That's probably why he killed himself in the end, actually. He watched it again. Anyway, Toki, down boy. He always barks when the British Army sail past. Yes, it's so bad, it's awful. It's all based on this film. And the film's terrible, and you can go into a room and sit and watch the film playing and watch how awful it is. But they give you, for your entrance fee at the end of it, as a sort of reward or a kind of commiseration, a glass of glühwein, like, you know, Christmassy spiced wine. I don't know why. Mulled wine, and it's warm. There's no connection with Malta. It's not Christmas time. But anyway, it was really nice, and Popeye World, it's a set where they filmed it all. That's basically what it's set on, and it's so crap. It's fantastic. So I can actually recommend you go there. Anyway, I better play something proper. So here are some what do they call them? God, I'm having a mind blank. It's the weight of this pirate's hat, and it's the moustache is falling off. I know it looks silly. I'm just not going to try anymore. I'm just going to play the tunes. They're called hornpipes. That's what they play. That's what they love. The sailors, the hornpipes. I've already played you Captain Pugwash before, but if anybody wants me to do it again, I probably could. In the meantime, though, I'm going to play some different ones. Whoops! A little bit too much of that run before breakfast. Before the sun had crossed the yard arm. Little hornpipe there. Now, why does this never happen to Johnny Depp? You never see Pirates of the Caribbean, you never see a moustache half hanging off, do you know? Because we've got people to do that. This is what happens in lockdown. Where are the costume departments? Where's the lighting department? The lighting department is the big ball in the sky, the sun. It seems to be working remarkably well. Now, what I was doing just before the show started, what would have been sensible to have done before the show started would be to put some super glue on this. But no, what I was doing was actually super gluing bones together for the show. And it's silly, I should have been practicing really. I would have played that tune a lot better. But here's another one here. And you would never know that these bones had been broken in the past. I'm like a doctor, I'm like a pirate doctor. I have mended these bones. Not sure why, because I didn't really have a plan to do anything with them. But there they are anyway. Lovely couple of bones. I think that's possibly a tibia and a fibula, or is it a tibula and a fibia? God, doctors are amazing. How do you remember these things? Anyway, we'll put them there in case Toki comes back and wants to have a little munch of these, because the polystyrene is very good for dogs apparently. It's almost as good as chocolate. Right, it's time to play something else. Well, what I'm going to do is a set I've played before, and I don't like to repeat myself, but it's now show 8 or 9, I can't even remember. It's just one really big long day. I think you know what I mean. Everybody in the world who's in lockdown. Oh, apart from like the countries that are releasing, like England, in Scotland here, we're still locked in for our own safety, which is probably right. Anyway, this is a set called the Seafarer set, and it's very appropriate for a pirate because it's about a couple of modern day pirates, my old buddies, sadly no longer with us, Norrie Clark and Dave Leask, who I've mentioned before built their own yacht out of concrete, believe it or not. And it's still going strong 30 years later, 40 years later. It's called the Rolling Stone. And they have sunk it in the past by accident. These things happen. While drinking rum, believe it or not. Yes, a little bit too much rum was had, and the boat sank very quickly, in only under 5 minutes in the harbour at Dunbar. But as I say, these things happen. They dragged it out the water again and spent the next 2 years doing it up. And it's over in Norway now, living a wonderful new life as a Norwegian gin palace. It's been done up very nicely by my very good friend Ian Bell over there, who's made a wonderful job of it, and I hope one day to get over and have a wee sail on it, and possibly a small dark rum. Anyway, this set of tunes I wrote for these two wonderful guys, Dave and Norrie, and it's called the Seafarer set. Get the dreads out the way of the keyboards. Loves the accordion. played that better, but I was distracted by the fact that the dog had come back for the first time ever. Normally, as soon as I start playing, particularly he goes away, or as soon as he gets whatever horrible costume has been strapped on him this week, whatever week he gets away as quick as he can. But no, he came back. He was lulled back by the beautiful music, and he came back and he listened, and he wasn't even distracted by one of these false bones. He was just sitting there listening to music. It was a beautiful thing. It was man and dog. It was like an elemental thing. Yeah. And I'm just thinking what to do with this beard, because if I stick it on again, I know it's going to just fall off. It looked so good in the picture and the advert. Well, I was thinking I could use it as an eyebrow, because my eyebrows are all almost this big. There we go. Is it an eyebrow or is it an eye patch? I think this is too big. It's not. It's more Tom Selleck than Johnny Depp. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be doing more tunes. Yes. Oh, what's that? What's that, cock robin? You know, there is actually a little robin that comes. Well, I don't know if it's the same one every year. I don't know how long a robin lives. I should really investigate this. That's what the internet's for. We're in lockdown, sitting at home, asking random questions of artificial intelligence. Anyway, there is a little robin that comes and speaks to me. I can't understand what that robin says when I'm digging the garden, and it's been coming for years. It's wonderful, and it's like a little friend. But as I say, it might just be a different robin every time, and I'm too stupid to tell the difference. But anyway, this one I can understand. It says, Sandy, can you play the famous Rod Stewart hit, I Am Sailing? Well, cock robin, that is a damn good idea. But before we do that, let's have a pirate joke. What happens when you take the P out of a pirate? They get irate. No, they become irate. God, I'm terrible at jokes. And moustaches. Right, I'm just going to play it. Okay, here we go, Rod Stewart fans. Honestly, it's going to be as good as the original. Right, I've not even tried this before, so God knows what's going to sound like. Oh gee, I'll do. This before, and I didn't even know what key it was in, so I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to try and sing it, yeah, because apparently I have a wonderful voice, which is why I've been playing the accordion for 40 years rather than using it. I am sailing, go a little bit high, home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, still quite high though, like a bird across the sky. High clouds, that's a dark rainy cloud, to be with you, to be free. Can you hear me? What's that? I'm afraid we can. Can you hear me? Doesn't get any lower, that note. Through the dark night, far away, I am dying. Oh God, this gig is dying, all right. It's not the first time. Forever trying. Oh, this is horribly appropriate. To be with you. Who can say? Right, I think that'll be enough of that. We'll miss out the last verse because really you've gone through enough punishment. Thank you. Does anybody think this is slightly lopsided? It's maybe just the angle of the camera. Well, I've run out of things to do, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and look out the window and see if perchance there's something exciting happening out there. Oh my God, there's a knock on the window. Look at that! I don't believe it. It's another pirate. What's the chances of that? Oh my God, let me get my telescope. Wow, Toki. Shipsmate Toki, who is that? I see no ships. That's because it's a main road in Tollcross, but never mind. Look at, I can see another pirate here. This is incredible. Toki, it's okay, boy. Friend, it's not the British Navy. Well, hello there, friend.
Hello. Holloway, South Australia, round Cape Town for South Australia. Holloway, you rolling king, heave away, Holloway, Holloway, oh, hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia.
Oh, that was marvellous. Ladies and gentlemen around the world.
Ah, me hearties!
Put your hand together for this wonderful friend and neighbour of mine, Stan Reeves. Now, Stan is very famous for setting up... Toki, down boy, it's okay. Good. Attack mode. Stand down. Stan is a wonderful chap who's a friend of mine and been giving me lots of gigs over the years, and he also set up the Adult Learning Project, which the Scottish music part of it became so massively popular that it became its own entity, Scottish Music Group, still going strong decades later. All thanks to Stan and many other wonderful community projects, and he happens to also now be my neighbour. And here he is in my very own patio. Stan, shall we play something together?
Yes, what shall we play with a nautical flavour?
Something about the ocean, perhaps.
Let's play out in the ocean.
Oh my God, it's almost like we've planned this.
Yeah, let's play out in the ocean.
Right,
I think many people would like us to play out in the ocean.
Many of them would, under the ocean, perhaps. Let's try it. You take it away, because I'm only playing one-handed.
He's playing one-handed. How could you do that?
I don't actually know. I think I'm using gravity. Go for it.
You really need an assistant.
It's working. Rubbish. God, twice. It's like some kind of torture. I'm holding the phone and I'm squeezing. Fantastic, well done, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you. Oh my God, there's people clapping in the street. I love it. Thank you. They probably think we're members of the NHS on the wrong day. That's wonderful.
Well, this is Sandy Brechin on Facebook live streaming now.
As you can see, you're live on Facebook as well now. Wonderful.
He would leave the window open, but it's too cold.
Now, speaking of the NHS, I've actually been going out for the last few weeks with, lost count of how many, with Stan, who has amazingly organised a musical hand clap. Oh, well, after the official hand clap, we do actually clap first for the NHS on a Thursday night, and then we torture everybody in the street with music of our own choice. And but Stan usually plays Ode to Joy, which is nice reminder that some of us anyway want to remain European. See what happens with that. And we've also done Freedom Come All You, which some of us would like to be independent. And we also did recently Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which was very appropriate for the rainbow logo. Give us a quick bit of it. Beautiful. for the NHS. Only in Kansas, only in Kansas. Now, it's a nice juxtaposition because you get the clap, the nice clap for the NHS, and then we play, and then we get the boos and the hisses for the tunes after. But no, it's very nice, it's wonderful, and it's a very nice thing to be a part of. And Stan has started it. Anyway, Stan, I've had enough of this. The
wind is in the south, me hearties.
This flat,
sail away.
This ship is only big enough for one big pirate. I'm going to say goodbye, but could you first of all tell me how you managed to get your beard to stay stuck on?
It takes a wee while.
Oh my God! Wait a minute, you've grown it. That's his real beard. He dresses like that every Sunday. Thank you so much, Stan. Lovely to see you. Goodbye. Wow, that was amazing. Now, everything I said there was true. Beard even is true. God, these windows are so heavy. You have to kick them into place with a good pirate boot. Now, back to the show. Yes, I don't know if you saw Toki was. He's in the same room as me. I can't believe it. Toki's full name, by the way, and I only discovered this recently because I'm not his owner. I'm just his special friend that feeds him little tidbits. He doesn't actually bother to take him walkies or pick up his poo-poo. No, that's his owner's job. But his full name, I just found out, is Toki Warhorse, which is an unusual name for a dog. But he is named after some character from a game, I don't know, that kind of game. So anyways, you can inform me. I'm not with it. It's taken me months just to get this video working, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now, what else can I do? Oh, it's time for another joke. What is a pirate's favourite fish dish? Yes, pieces of skate. Ha 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 ha! What's that, Cock Robin? Yes, very funny, I thought so. Okay, it's time to play another tune. What I thought was to do I know I've done it before. It's so popular, it's one of my most asked for tunes. I used to hate it, but now I love it. And it's called the Trumpet Hornpipes, is real name, Captain Pugwash. Here is how much Toki enjoyed that. God, this is so boring. No wonder I don't normally stick around for it. Now, some of this gear, how does this guy have all this gear? Believe it or not, I'm a bit of a hoarder. I think I've mentioned this before, which is why there's crap stuck all over the walls behind me. And if you can see, if you've actually seen all the way around the flat there, I'll give you the 360, but it is phenomenally chock-a-block. This would annoy most people. Most people like to keep it simple, and you just have blank walls and the odd picture, a fireplace, and a giant television screen, of course. But no, I like the clutter. It feels good to have stuff around me, even if it's crap stuff. And some of the stuff that I've collected is from many parties I've had in this flat over the years, which is lucky because we could have parties in those days. Now I just have to have one man, one dog parties. But that's okay, as long as there's rum. And a lot of this stuff is left by people who came dressed as pirates, because pirates are a very popular thing to come dressed to, and they drink so much rum at my parties and other things that usually forget to take their costume home with them. So I've collected it all, and many of these actually are from my ex-flatmate lodger, who was also my secretary at the time. That's not a euphemism, she genuinely was my secretary, and a wonderful secretary she was. Crystal Lubinsky, now Dr. Crystal Lubinsky in Dartmouth University in Massachusetts, in America, if I remember correctly. God knows why she gave up being a part-time secretary for me on a barely living wage to go and be a doctor of theology in a prestigious university in America. The choices you make sometimes, I just don't understand people. Anyway, a lot of these piratey jewel things are hers. Thank you for that, Crystal. And always remember the time you were here and the wonderful, wonderful Halloween parties that you used to organise. Now, what's next? We've got 9 minutes. No, we've got 11 minutes left. That's good. That means I can play something else. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say when I was talking about Captain's Bar. So the wonderful Captain's Bar, folk music every night when it was open, and who knows what's going to happen when the bars are going to open again. But if you feel like supporting the Captain's Bar, if you've ever been there, or if you think it's the kind of place you would like to visit, it's on South College Street, just behind the National Museum in Chamber Street. Wonderful bar, wonderful woman Pam who supported live music for all those last 10 years since she opened up the bar. There's a download that you can buy of music from all the people, including myself, that play there, and just look up Captain's Bar, or you'll find information about it on the quarantine gigs here. Oh my god, I forgot to put the PayPal Me thing up! Oh, what an idiot! Oh, that's the whole point of this thing, is to make me some cash to buy more rum. Anyway, I've not put it up. It's paypalme.sandybrechin or something like that. If you want to, you can't click on it because I've not put it up. What a fool! I was so busy getting my eyebrows on and stuff. Anyway, or you can just go to Sandy Brechin. My PayPal address is sandy at brechin-over. Oh, never mind. I'll put it up again next week. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yes, you can download this Captain's Bar CD, virtual CD. It's got about, I think it's got 30 tracks, 40 tracks in it from various. Yes, because everybody was artists, because everybody was so keen to put in a track to get there. They were flooded. They've got 2 CDs worth, so it's a very good deal as well if you want to download it. The Captain's Bar, oh god, it's called something piratey. I've forgotten the name. Sorry, I'm an idiot. But anyway, there's even a track by me and my little chum Ewan Wilkinson, who sings and plays guitar, and he has been invited many times to appear in my patio, but is too scared in case he gets arrested by the police. Yes, for singing. Yeah, well, I would arrest him if you heard him singing. But anyway, I might persuade him to come if lockdown eases a little bit. By the way, I know out the window there it probably looks like a giant patio because everything looks bigger on television or on Phonovision or on Facebookavision. But it's not, it's tiny, it's the size of a postage stamp. In fact, I was very surprised that that Mr. Stan Reeves there managed to squeeze into it. But he did admirably. Well squeezed, Stan, well squeezed. That was wonderful tunes. Thank you for coming along on a Sunday afternoon. It's not like you don't have other things to do. Nobody does, I know. Well, there's some people working, but hopefully not on a Sunday. Working from home. Now, how are we doing? 7 minutes, okay. I could play another hornpipe, but to be honest, I'm getting bored of them, even though I've only played 2. So what I thought was I would finish off with the theme tune from The End of the Night on Radio 4, which I listen to all the time. I'm kind of a Radio 4 addict. It's a wonderful program, by the way. It's an amazing radio station. Quality of programs is second to none. And I'm sure if it was around in pirating days, the pirates on the high seas would be tuning in late at night, and they would probably hear this as they sign off for the night. It's a wonderful tune, which is, I can never get enough of it. Nobody can. You never get bored of it. It's fantastic. It's written by a guy with the fantastic name of Ronald Binge. Yes, perfect name for an alcoholic sailor. I'm not saying Ronald Binge was an alcoholic. I don't know anything about him, but I know that he was a great composer. And in 1966, he composed this wonderful tune called Sailing By. Now, it's not exactly a cracking, racing, folky tune. It's very slow and gentle. It's a waltz. But, see what you think. Oh, God, I can't remember what I was going to play this in. That'll do. You have been watching Captain Jack Sparrowfart. Pirate of the High CDs. With co-host Toki One Eye. Special guest Stanley Reeves. Ship's cook. Well, that would have been brilliant had it been 2:45 when the programme's supposed to end. But unfortunately, I've got it all wrong and there's 4 minutes left, so I'll just have to play something else. Anyway, normally now, ladies and gentlemen, we would hand you over to our wonderful colleagues at the World Service, who will keep you going through the rest of the night. Have a safe night, everyone. And that's how I was going to finish. It would have been great, but I've just buggered it up. I was waiting on the shepherd's crook or the pirate's hook to pull me off at the appropriate moment. It didn't happen because I started the whole thing too early. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play for you right now a random tune, totally unplanned. As if the rest of the show isn't unplanned. I'm going to play something fast and furious. This is not a bit of advertising for the film series that has gone on far too long. Should have stopped after number 3. But it's given me time to think of what the tune is. And the tune is called, what's that? You want one for Christmas, Cock Robin? Okay, Christmas Eve. Right, I can do that. Well, that was an extra tune added in for good measure there at the end, called Ian Powries. I don't know if I've played that one before, maybe. As I say, it's all running into one big long day. Yeah, so if you can support Captain's Bar, hopefully we'll bring it back, resurrect the bar after all this is over, and you'll find the download. There's people put up, I can see on my screen there, people put up the link to it on the comments there. Thank you, David Fogo. And join us next week for more of the same. Goodness knows what will come back as next week. Maybe Santa Claus. That the Santa Claus beard was It's well known to be much stickier than the Pirates beer. Rubbish. Rubbish. Don't waste a pound on it. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Well, thank goodness that's over. Now, Toki, do you want to come and play? Let's come and play polystyrene bones. Fetch! Useless dog.